Hey everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to let you know that the book that I wrote is finally on Amazon. So I'll leave a link below and you can go in here and read the first couple of chapters if you want to. It's not a religious book. I know I've said that before, but a lot of people have an aversion to anything that has the word Bible in it. So I just wanted to make sure you guys know I'm not religious. I did not write the book. From that perspective, I examine these texts from a non-biased perspective, and it's not just about what's in the biblical text. It's also an examination of the Egyptians, the Mayans, the Hopis, and the Hebrew texts. These ancient texts that were written long before the religions came along and kind of hijacked them and made them their own. So if you can get past that barrier of, oh, that's religious stuff, if you can get past that, then you can see that there's something really interesting going on with these ancient texts, because these ancient texts, first of all, they all seem to predict the same events. So the Mayans and the Hebrews, they're on opposite sides of the planet. They predicted the same events somehow. And the Egyptians, the Mayans, and the Hebrews all predicted events that happened in 2012. The reason that I spend the first 6 chapters of the book talking about the Hebrew texts is they provided, out of the text that I looked at, the Hebrews provided the most specific and precise predictions. And there were 3 events that the Hebrews predicted that occurred in 2012. And we're talking not general events, but very specific, detailed events, which just blew my mind. And that's why I had to write the book, because nobody else was talking about this. And so I really didn't want to write the book and do all that work, but I had to, because, like I said, nobody else was talking about this stuff. Even when I go into the stuff about the Mayans and the Egyptians and the Hopis, the stuff that I talk about having to do with what the Mayans said, that nobody, hardly anyone was talking about that, even through the Mayan 2012 craze. I only found one other person that was talking about the specific information that I cite in this book, which is just really amazing stuff. So, if you really have an aversion, though, to anything having to do with the Bible, you can just start in chapter 7 and go through chapter 10. But guaranteed, once you get down here and you see what they accurately predicted and what they're predicting again, you're definitely going to want to understand these codes that I explain in chapter 1 through 6. So I cite all of my sources in this book. So you're not going to go in and read it and say, well, where did she get that information? I tell you exactly where I got all of this information, and I prove that these texts were actually published before the events that they predicted occurred. So there's just no doubt that they did predict these events that happened, and it looks like the next prediction that the Hebrew text specifically provide is a tsunami event in New York City. So to understand that, you, like I said, you have to understand all of the codes before that. It's mind-boggling. But anyway, now that the book's on Amazon, you can read it on your iPhone, your BlackBerry, your iPad, whatever, and you can also read it in different languages. So I guess how it works is your Kindle device will translate your book into whatever language you prefer, and these are the languages that they support. But just keep in mind that although the text in the book will be translated to whatever language you want, it's not going to translate the pictures on the chart. So, for example, this chart right here will still be in English. These pictures here will be in English. So, just keep that in mind if you do want to read it in a different language. But it's still a good thing, because the text does explain what's in the charts. So that's a good option for those of you that have asked about that. If you want to print the book out, though, I still recommend you go to my website because on my website, indigoflower.net, I offer the PDF version, and that's actually formatted for printing. So all of the charts and everything are on the right pages. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll let you go. Okay, bye.